Yeah, it's a very common question since I started learning English.
Yeah.
I used to be a person who used to ask this question several times, but never got sick of asking this.
Yeah.
But later on, when I stopped asking this question, I started getting asked this question, right? So this is a very useful question, and I can be sure that I have a good approach to this question. I can answer you guys. So let's understand English is a journey, right? It's a language, of course, but as well as it's a journey. And I'm sorry if I'm being a bit fast. It's a journey. It's not a destination. I used to be a like person that who would have a dream that I'm gonna learn English over a night, and if I could not do it over a night, definitely I'm gonna hit that within a month, right? And I started doing and having an intention that English can be approached, or I am gonna become a fluent speaker over a month. 3 or 4 months passed by, but I did not see any improvement within myself, because when you are a beginner, it's too difficult. It's truly difficult to have a to see a change. I guess there is no instant result. English will never give you some instant result, and especially when you are on your intermediate level, it can take years to get on your to step up your game or to see a change within you. So yeah, particularly you have to have patience. Language is something without patience it would not work for you. And I will come on the tips as well. Let's have some I'm just describing this language. English is a very beautiful language because you know what, guys, whatever you are doing in your life, make sure that you have purpose behind doing it. It can be fun when you do with your purpose. You can do it greatly. When you are doing without any purpose, you never know where you are going, and wherever the situation is taking you, you are just going through it. So when you have a purpose, you are very determined and you do it constantly, right? And okay, let's have some realistic and genuine tips. I'm not going to tell you some tips which exist in book, but not in real world, such as LSRW. I'll explain you how what it stands for. Listening. L stands for listening. It can be related when you were a guy's kid, and how do we learn? How did we learn our own mother tongue? Just by listening and imitating our parents when we were kids. There was not a tutor. My father did not hire a tutor for me when I was a kid to learn English. I learned it by myself. I fumbled. I uttered my parents. I learned. I listened my surroundings from my atmosphere. I grabbed that language. So you can learn this English language too by listening to your surroundings. Create an environment of English. It can help. The second thing is reading, of course. You might have heard about reading, listening, writing, but I'm going to tell you some realistic ways how to do it and why to do it. Because when you are reading, guys, you are coming across with a lot of new vocabulary words, and we all know that vocabulary word plays a huge important role when you are speaking in English. Almost is cover half of your English. I hope you are agreed on it, right?
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Absolutely, yeah. And I think it shouldn't be a speech. I'm merely giving a message what I have learned, and it's a very good example of my life. And when you are reading, it also tells you how a language works. Like when you are reading a book in English, you are getting across with some structures, some message, some sentences which tells you how a sentence is framed, how it is constructed. So it's so good to know. It's so good to be aware of new sentences, new structures, so it can help you a lot. And when it comes to writing does not work for me a lot, and neither I would suggest you guys, because written English, I have been writing, I have been learning theoretical English since my childhood, but never saw myself being a fluent speaker. I don't know why. Every time my father asks me, Sahil, you are in CBSE medium, I have never had you talking me in English. Why is that? Then I always used to explain that, father, I do not know why is it happening, because none of my friends, none of my teachers talks to me in English. They always have some kind of literature book, and I only have to appear in the exam just to score marks. And that is the very bitter truth of this education system in India. They are only focusing on theoretical English, not practical, although it's another thing. So yeah, if writing works for you, then you can maintain a diary. You can also maintain a journal, right? Whenever you are going, write down all the tasks, whatever happened to you. Make sure that should be in English. And let's move to speaking. I think it is needless to mention that if you're learning spoken English, you have got to speak. I'm not saying that you only speak in your mind and think in English, then you will become a fluent speaker. Until you speak, you will not be a fluent speaker. Many people are many people don't commit or don't decide to learn English because they think that what if I made a mistake? What people criticize me? What if they laugh at me? They make fun of me? But yeah, criticism is everywhere. Criticism is everywhere. No matter you are learning a language, learning a skill, and perfection never comes in the beginning. It will take time. Right from the beginning, you can't be perfect. Later half of your journey can be easy, but beginning has to be tough, has to be challenging, and you should make sure that stick to your mind that this is challenging and I have to go through it no matter what, irrespective of people, what people say to you, what people talk to you. I have a very good affirmation that for what people think of me is none of my business. That really works. All right, let me give a break to myself now. Ranak bhai, I would like you to continue,
Yeah,
and then I'll add some few points.
yeah, sure, sure. So you concluded very well that it is a lifelong process. Reading is important. Basics you should know that that's important, and you don't have to be great to start. You have to start to be great. So
Wow.
it is simple. You have to take steps what from where you want to reach. That's important. So I would simply suggest that I have this question is asked a lot of times, and it's my simple answer. People say vocabulary, grammar is important or not. It's important. I would say 20 to 30% would be vocabulary and grammar. And you, to be honest,
Yeah.
you have learned this in your schools and way more than what is needed. But I think if you have not, I would say there is a lot of material on YouTube. You can access to that, and you can get help in that. I think one more would be immerse yourself in English content or culture. Like try watching more movies or whatever you read or something. Just try to be in that environment. It is the environment which shapes your learning process. So that's too important. And reading, you have suggested some games are also there, and conversation would be
Yeah.
like simple practice, man. I would say this is the main thing what separates that great to the average. They practice a lot of times. They don't care that how many people would say. And it is very interesting dialogue by Jay Shetty that if I think you think I'm smart, I feel smart. If I think you think I'm stupid, I feel stupid. So it is
You
only
feel stupid.
perception only. It is not
Yeah.
the person is thinking. It is that in your mind you are thinking that person is thinking. So it's don't complicate it. Just keep it simple. I would say you would be doing a lot of great things in that, and set some goals that I would in 1 day or 2 days I would spend some time practicing like some English content I would consume, like podcasts you can consume, audiobooks are there. So those are very easy to consume. You can work while listening. So I do that most often, and yep, that only. And make the process fun, man. It is all about that fun. If you have fun learning that process, your progress would be very much incremental.
Absolutely. Yeah. You know, the podcast which I make, there's a channel. I merely have made it just for fun. And the channel name is Learn with Fun, right? Learn with Fun. When you learn with fun, the journey becomes automatically so hilarious. And you don't need to put much effort to make it hilarious. I mean,
Yep.
like sometimes throughout your journey, you need some effort to make it have some entertainment. But you already have your journey as a fun. You especially don't have to put effort. You can instead put that effort to learn English, right? So make it fun, guys. All together, we want to say make it fun. How do you do that? It's not like learn English jokes only and then always have fun and fun. That means learn how to enjoy this process, right? Learn how to enjoy.
Yeah.
You should not just always feel pressurized. You should not push yourself all the while that go and learn English. If you are not feeling so, you have to make sure that you are not passionate and you are not ready yet. You
Hmm.
know.
Yeah, important,
Yeah.
man. That's the main thing. When you love the process, it is about the career also. If you are passionate, you would do extra that 2 hours you are going to give, regardless if you are tired or like that.
Mhm.
Other than if you are not passionate or
Exactly.
not excited about that, you would not. So that would be an